Hey folks, Twisha Christian here. Today I'm going to discuss what I believe is a very important prophetic word from Prophet Solomon concerning Shiba Inu, 2 Bitcoins, and many other altcoins. But first, before I get started, folks, I have to share with you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just bringing in and sharing information and giving it to you and giving you my thoughts and my opinions. And you guys do not have to follow what I believe the plan is. And I'm just trying to bring all this information, put it together, and try to follow it to the best of my ability. God may actually have you go in another direction as far as certain things to invest in or what areas to go into. All right. And if you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and the about section, the Patreon and the PayPal. All right. So in a previous video dealing with Shiba Inu, the 3 dogs prophecy and confirmation by Prophet Solomon, as far as what one of the other dogs is, as far as to invest in. And that was Baby Doge. And the other one that I think that I narrowed it down to Floki Inu. So I'm not sure about Floki, but it's the Baby Doge that's the other one. Now, also people are asking about the kittens. There's a lot of them, and to get through all that would be very is very difficult. So people are sending me different things about the kitten coins, and maybe I can try to come up with something, but there are so many of them. And then trying to figure out which ones started first, which ones are popular and have a plan as far as their white papers. So I'm not too for sure about the kitty coins. All right, so I'm going to play this prophecy that she gave back on January the 20th, 2022. And at some point during this broadcast, I am going to flip over to Christopher Harris's PDF file, right? And I've made those, I've posted that before within the Patreon, and I've shared it with you guys here on YouTube, but he does update it from time to time. Now, the prophecy that I'm getting ready to play, I'm going to commentate at certain points, especially when we get into the 2 Bitcoins. So I need you guys to listen and pay attention to everything that is said.
All right, I saw all these witches, right? It was a bunch of witches. The witches called themselves the 13th Council. The witches I saw in the vision called themselves the 13th Council. So in the vision, there was these witches, and it was about 13 of them, and they were, just up to mischief, doing all kinds of stuff, right? So I saw God's hand. He came and he just washed over the witches. Whatever they was doing something bad with the digital coins and money. God's big hand came out of nowhere and washed over what they was doing. Then I saw a clear cloud. I saw a clear glory smoke cloud from heaven. And it cleared away whatever these witches was doing. And then Daddy was clearing a path in the dream. Then I saw the digital coins. Current Daddy calls them digital coins, but y'all call them cryptocurrency. But he calls them digital coins because the word crypto means dead. So he doesn't say crypto because he's not dead. So he says digital. And I think we need to start calling them digital coins too instead of crypto coins. Right?
Okay, so one of the things that she first talked about was seeing this vision of these witches and dealing with something with the 13th Council, right? And it looks like they were doing something against the cryptocurrency markets. So that's pretty interesting. And it would not surprise me as far as in the occult if they did that, because they don't want people to prosper, and especially if they're under the influence of the enemy. That would be one way to stifle this industry, is through some type of witchcraft.
Okay, so the digital coins came floating up out of the smoke. The digital coins came floating up out of the glory smoke of God. And they were gold coins. And I saw a coin and it had Bitcoin on it. It had the word Bitcoin. It was the biggest one. It was other Bitcoins, but Bitcoin was a little bigger than all of them. And it was a big gold coin, and it was two Bitcoins. It had the Bitcoin with the word Bitcoin on it. Then it was another Bitcoin, a number two Bitcoin. So I don't know if they're going to make another Bitcoin or not, guys, because I saw two. So the first one was really big. It was all gold, and it had the word Bitcoin. Then the second Bitcoin was a little smaller, and it was gold too, but all it had was the word B in it, standing for Bitcoin.
Okay, now she's referring to another Bitcoin. So she said the main Bitcoin, which one of the things that we are trying to do is we are fishing for the Bitcoin, right? Giving prophetic instructions by Christopher Harris. I do want to bring up some of the coins that Chris has brought up as far as the other Bitcoins within his prophetic dreams, right? And this is Christopher Harris. This is his PDF that he releases frequently when he updates it. So one of the things that I wanted to look up was Bitcoin Cash. I mean, the symbol for Bitcoin Cash is actually green, but I also just wanted to bring it up because of some of the pricing points in the future of what he has seen this price at. And he says here, I had a dream a few weeks ago where I saw Bitcoin Cash on an exchange and I had a lot of coins and the price was very low. I didn't see it. Then the price moved up to $100 USD. I thought this was a good price to sell some coins. I believe this is after crypto winter or a massive BTC crash that I believe will bring down the market and is showing Bitcoin Cash will make a good recovery in time. Right, so that was dream number one. And he believes that one was dealing with Bitcoin Cash after crypto winter. Currently, right now, Bitcoin Cash is sitting at $287. And he's also said in the video that I have not got to yet that there were many coins that were under $1. So I think not only we're going to be fishing for Bitcoin, but we're also going to be fishing for a lot of other coins too as well. And then also, too, I want to point out with Bitcoin Cash, the all-time low was 3 years ago of $75.08. Its all-time high, which was 4 years ago, was $4,355. That is a major drop to where it's at today, $287. And then this other dream he has here, he says BCH numbers, 100,000 Bitcoin Cash in Australian dollars at some point. All right, so that's something, I believe that would be something further down in the future. That actually equals up to about 70,500 per Bitcoin Cash. And he says here on November 21st, 21, he saw Bitcoin at 60,000 clearly. I also saw 60,300. I prayed about an entry bounce for ETN and it seemed like I received a 0.009. I received something about Bitcoin Cash having high utility. So that's just one of the Bitcoins that he has talked about in this document. All right, and this particular dream he had on January the 28th, 2020, says, "Hi everyone, I had an interesting dream this morning that I wanted to share. In the dream, I saw a chart of BTC, and I saw it had risen to some about 9,100. Then it sharply dropped and continued to drop. And then I looked and saw the chart again and the price was 2,600. Then there was a scene change and I saw BTC price was extremely low, like less than $1, and other coins were also very low. Then I saw a list of coins with BTC at the top, but it wasn't regular BTC. The name was wrapped in plastic film and I heard a voice saying, 'This is the one that will be more useful to you sooner.' And I said, 'Oh, is that BTC SV?' The dream ended. I was wondering if the plastic film on the BTC name represented it being new, as BTC SV was a recent split from Bitcoin. This dream just seemed to indicate a coming period of extremely low prices or failure of the market before a recovery. Please take it in prayer." So in this particular dream he had, it was wrapped in plastic, and he said BTC SV was a recent split. So we're going to look at that one, and it's at $91.47 currently right now. So I don't know anything too much about this coin. Its all-time high was at $491. Its all-time low, which was 3 years ago, was $36.87. Now we'll go ahead and look at the next one. He says here, Bitcoin, gold, and Ethereum. Shown a dream of a group of investors who became very rich from these two coins. So in the same dream, I saw FAS at 71 and UVXY at 2700. A Dow dropped from 20 to 22K to 10 to 12,000. So he saw multiple things here. Bitcoin, gold, a group of investors who became very rich from those two coins. In the same dream, he saw FAS at 71, UVXY at 2700. All right, so maybe it's around that time period, from basically around 22,000 to 10,000. So I don't know if this is after crypto winter, but we can see some of these stock prices in the Dow had already been dropping as far as people getting rich from Bitcoin Gold. So currently looking at Bitcoin Gold. Now we don't have a current pricing point for Bitcoin Gold, but currently it's at $29.61. And let's see what the high and the lows have been. Its all-time low was $2.54, which was a year ago, and an all-time high of $539, which was 4 years ago. That's a big significant drop to where it's at now. So I wanted to point all these out before we continue on with the prophecy, because right now, as far as doing my research, I haven't been able to find any other offshoots of Bitcoin that might be that second gold Bitcoin. If she mentioned Bitcoin, and of course I've discussed that Bitcoin will recover, and that the highest price that we've seen down the road in the future for Bitcoin was over 500,000 USD. And so Bitcoin Gold and then Bitcoin SV. And I think during crypto winter, I think either one, I think it's not going to really matter, because a lot of these are going to be super cheap, and that we'll be able to pick a lot of these up and get some of these pricing points that we have seen in the prophetic at some point down the road. And in another video that I haven't got to, Chris did talk about a lot of cryptocurrencies will be under $1 and be super cheap during crypto winter. But some of those coins that we're going to have to do the fishing for, because we know that Bitcoin is going to bounce, and other coins like XRP are going to bounce from those lows that we're trying to put in with our buy limit orders. So we're going to go ahead and get back to the prophecy with those coins in mind.
And they was all gold. And then I saw a symbol, a Zorro symbol. How many of y'all know what a Zorro symbol looked like? I saw a Zorro symbol, and it was pretty blue. It was a pretty blue, and it stood for Ethereum, the coin Ethereum. And it was a nice size too, but it wasn't as big as the Bitcoin. It was the size of the second Bitcoin. And it was a Zorro sign, like a pyramid, two pyramids, one going up and one going down. That was the Ethereum. And it was a pretty blue color, and it was big like the second Bitcoin, right? And it came up out the smoke too, and it was trimmed in gold. And it looked like the Ethereum coin also looked like how Superman would be when he was strong and was ready to fly. So the Ethereum coin looked like a person, but it was an actual coin, but it looked like a person, and it was ready, it was waiting its turn so it could fly, soar as high as Superman. Like in the vision, God gave me Superman, because Superman was always in blue, but his symbol was like a star. Okay, I saw Superman in the dream. Daddy showed me Superman. And he was standing, and he was so strong, and he had his hands on his waist, and he was ready to fly. And then I saw Ethereum get ready to fly. And then I saw the Shiba coin, the Shiba Inu coin.
Okay, one of the things I want to mention, because I think this is important, many people might not get this as far as what I'm getting ready to share. Now, of course, we had the witches doing what they were doing, God cleared a path, and from the smoke came Bitcoin, and then this other Bitcoin and Ethereum that came out the smoke. And I think that's going to be important for this next passage when she starts talking about Shiba Inu.
I then saw Shiba Inu coin rose from ashes. So the Shiba Inu coin was buried in ashes in the vision. I saw it. It was so much dirty ashes on top of the Shiba Inu coin, but it rose from the ashes in the vision. It rose from the ashes into the glory smoke where Bitcoin was. So the Shiba Inu coin, God rose the Shiba Inu coin up out of ashes into the glory smoke. And then he put the Shiba coin next to the Bitcoin. It was the big Bitcoin, then it was the small Bitcoin, then the Shiba Inu, and then the Ethereum coin. So God took the Shiba coin and put it by the Bitcoins.
All right, so she said that Shiba rose from the ashes, that it was buried in ashes, and then it was brought up into the glory smoke where Bitcoin and the other Bitcoin was with Ethereum. So that particular part tells me, however that is done, whether or not, as far as it deals with the market cap and how Shiba Inu is going to rise up to that point where it was on that same particular level. So one of the things that tells me that I don't see necessarily the coin going up to, $10,000 or $20,000 or anything at the price of where Bitcoin is, but that tells me that it's probably going to be worth more than $13. I'm probably maybe even looking at even $20 or $30, $35 as far as a long-term price for Shiba Inu. If Bitcoin is soaring back over 100,000 and this other Bitcoin and then Ethereum takes off, that means Shiba Inu would still have to be a lot higher than what it is.
So I think that means that God was trying to show me that the Shiba coin was going to be worth a lot of money like Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Maybe it's not going to take Bitcoin over, but it's going to be as valuable as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin was and Ethereum was, that's where we put it. It was actually, now this tripped me out in the vision, guys. The Shiba coin was smiling. It was smiling. I'm telling you, Daddy made these coins alive, guys. These coins were alive. And the Shiba coin had a smile on its face, a big smile on its face, the Shiba coin. It was amazing. It had a smile on its face. Look, are y'all supposed to be listening to this vision? Not telling me to get black seed oil and do this and do that. Pay attention. That's why people miss blessings, because they don't pay attention.
So that's one reason why you guys have to pay attention to what's going on in these and just not listen to it for entertainment purposes, but actually listen to it for instructions.
So the Shiba Inu coin had a big smile on its face. Had a big smile. And it was a man. It was a man dog, Shiba. I always thought Shiba was a girl dog. Because the name Shiba is usually for a girl. But in the vision, the Shiba Inu coin, was a man dog. And he was smiling. Okay. Then the Shiba coin had two other coins connected to it when it came out the ashes. The Shiba coin had the Doge coin connected to it. And it had the baby Doge coin connected to it. So when God brought the Shiba Inu coin out the ashes, it had the Doge coin. They had hands. I know this sounds out there. I know this sounds outlandish. But when the Shiba coin came up, it had hands. And its right hand was holding the hand of the Doge coin. And then the Doge coin was holding the hand of a little baby dog. And it said baby Doge or something.
Out of the ashes, when Shiba was coming out of the ashes up to where Bitcoin was, it was pulling up Doge by the hand and then Doge was connected to baby Doge, right? And I discussed this in a video concerning the three smaller dogs in Maria Conwell's prophecy. This one right here, where I believe that baby Doge was one of them. Right now, the third one, I said Floki, but I wasn't for sure. But baby Doge is the other coin that is one of the three, I believe, one of the three smaller dogs in this particular prophecy.
They were smiling, right? And then I saw all these other coins. I saw, it's so many, waiting their turn to rise. I saw all these other coins waiting their turn to rise. So they were waiting their turn to rise. These coins were in line, waiting to rise up. They like God rose them up in the glory cloud, right? They was floating in the glory cloud, and then He assembled them and put them in the line, and then they were waiting their turn to rise. Then they were all in gold, these coins.
All right, so there she said that she saw all these other coins, and they were all floating, and they were all gold. And God had assembled them into a line. And then while they were in the line, they were waiting their turn to rise. So again, like I said, folks, I believe that this particular part is after crypto winter, and there's going to be so many coins that we will have invested in that they're just going to be taking off one by one, multiple explosions.
All in gold, these coins. Then I saw the witches. They were hurting. They had been tied up by God with a big rope, the biggest rope I ever seen. They could not move. They were so afraid of what they was about to get for messing with the coins. Right? And Satan was behind it. One of the witches, she said, Satan is the one that made me do this. So Daddy said the coins are not, the Lord told me to tell y'all this. The coins are not of Him, but He is using them to help us and even sinners, to bring them to Him in an unusual, unorthodox way. Not the normal way that he used to do. He said He's doing a new way to win souls with these coins.
All right, so one of the interesting things is that God had tied up the witches. One of the witches was saying that Satan made her do it, and that he was actually behind this. So that tells me that looking at this, I see this happening after crypto winter, and whoever these 13 witches are, they're obviously having an effect on the cryptocurrency market at the time that it drops. Pretty interesting. Folks, don't think that some of the stuff that goes on is on a global scale with people that are very high up in that arena. All right, and the other thing that she mentions, these coins that she's referring to are not of Him, but He's going to use it for our benefit and to bring in souls in salvation and doing something unorthodox. So keep that in mind. Listen to that again.
So Daddy said the coins are not, the Lord told me to tell y'all this. The coins are not of Him, but He is using them to help us and even sinners, to bring them to Him in an unusual, unorthodox way. Not the normal way that he used to do. He said He's doing a new way to win souls with these coins.
One of the things that I want to share is because, a lot of people are afraid that if I share some of this information that the people in the world are going to get it. Well, there are some people that are in the world that is meant to get it because it is meant to bring salvation. There's a lot of people that make comments. They don't believe in any of this stuff. And when this stuff does happen, guess what exactly is going to happen? And that's why when Maria Conwell says, tell my people that it will reach $1 and then $13, right? And there are some people that disagreed with me even sharing that particular prophecy because it was meant for God's people only. But yet, here, that God is going to do something unusual. If you actually look at the number of views on my channel and you look at, say on the average of anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000, some videos get more, like dinar videos might get more, depending on the subject or topic. They might have a few more views, but this is not sharing with the whole entire world, because I could see that if I was getting millions of views, but that does not happen because it's not meant for the entire world, and these videos will reach whoever God has designed them to reach.
So then I heard one of the witches, she said, Satan made me do it. She said, I hate Satan. She said, I hate Satan. And she said, but I fear him. And she said, so she cursed the coins because Satan made her do it. It was as if she didn't want to do it, but Satan made her do it. And she told God that she hates Satan and that she feared him. And so that's why she had to do the coins. Curse the coins. Hold on, wait a minute. So basically the witch, one of the witches out of the 13 didn't want to do it, but she feared Satan, so she did it. And she said she hated him. Right? And he made them put the curse on the coins. So then she said, we are the 13th witches council. That's what she called her witches coven. She says, we are the 13th witches council. I've heard of witches councils before, but I don't think I've ever heard of the 13th witches council.
All right, so obviously what is going to happen with the cryptocurrency markets in the spiritual realm, there's a big curse that's going over the cryptocurrency markets. And to me, that kind of brings a little bit different perspective on some of the things that we are going to be seeing down the road in the future during crypto winter. You will know that when it happens, that at this point in time, of what they have done in the spiritual realm to help manifest this.
Wow, so I ain't never heard of them either, but they exist, and they are powerful covenant of witches, but God got a hold to them, right? So she said, we are from the 13th Witches Council, and then she said they are called Satan. Oh, okay, and then after she started talking to God, right? Satan was there. And he was infuriated with her. He was infuriated with the witch, right? So then all of a sudden, she did not have a mouth to speak out of no more. He took her mouth from her, guys. She literally had no more mouth. Lucifer took her mouth from her. It was nothing there but skin. He didn't want her to tell God anything else. I was like, what? Wow. And then the vision, it went back to the Daddy says digital coins. Then the vision went back to the digital coins, and the coins, they were still rising and taking their turns. When one rised, then another one would come up and rise, right? Then in the glory smoke of God, now listen to this part. In the side of the glory smoke of God, there I started to see a green pasture. You know, like a pretty green pasture. How can I explain it? Like if you in a park or something, but it's just nothing but pasture. It's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful. That's what I saw come out of the smoke. And it had a warning inside of the green pasture. And the warning said, do not be greedy, spend wisely, share, help others, sow, tithe, and keep all your promises to me. I love you, Father Yah, and Mama Ruby Ruach Hadish, and the lover man of all of you, Yeshua HaMashiach, in Yeshua Jesus' name. And the vision end. Now, wasn't that a vision? I mean, I've had powerful visions many, many times, but that one, oh my goodness.
Yes, indeed, that was a very powerful vision. Now, she said that she saw those coins rising up. Remember, before they were taking their turns. So we're going to see that a lot, I believe, especially in the second major run-up, which will come after Bitcoin's fall and regulations and all that. Then she said in the glory smoke, she saw a green pasture. And in that beautiful green pasture, there was a warning. And this is important because a lot of us, including myself, especially when I first started getting into the wealth transfer, I believe back in 2009 or 10, and, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Hey, when the dinar takes off, I'm going to do this for you. There was a lot of promises that we made. And I heard a lot of other people making promises as well.
And it had a warning inside of the green pasture. And the warning said, do not be greedy, spend wisely, share, help others, sow, tithe, and keep all your promises to me.
All right, so it's a warning about keeping the promises because, like I said, I think a lot of us probably have made promises over time. And maybe some of you maybe even made individual promises to God if you allow this to happen in your life. And to make sure that you're not greedy, that you spend wisely, you share with others, you sow, and you tithe. So those are the things that she mentioned. So that's very important that we do keep to all of that. Because I'm gonna tell you something, folks. I don't care how old or young you are. When people obtain wealth and the type of wealth that we are talking about here, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your family. It's going to change relationships that you have. And you're going to be making a lot of decisions. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be expecting you to help them, even though they had the same opportunities. And with that type of wealth comes a lot of responsibility. And a lot of people during this time period are going to need help. And a lot of decisions are going to have to be made there, and praying over the finances because when you start giving these finances out, most definitely need to be praying over those finances that you give to people so that prayer attached to that money will help bring deliverance to those people. And you definitely don't want to be, showing off. If you've ever watched that show about people winning the lottery, you probably need to watch that series because these are real things that happen to real people who came into a lot of wealth instantly. And there's all types of good stories, but there's also a lot of horror stories too as well. And things will change. Some of you will have to move from where you are at. And I think after the main part of the wealth transfer, I tell you right now, I am ready for a vacation. And I know that when all this is taking place and all this is happening, we're going to be making a lot of decisions. And during the wealth transfer, people are going to be looking out and looking for property and opportunities to buy whatever business they want for super cheap. We'll be busy trading in the stock market and trading in the cryptocurrency market and putting ourselves even more into position for each of these coins that are going up. But most definitely, I'll be ready for that vacation. And that's one of the things that you don't want to do is make a lot of bad decisions. Some people will have so much money they'll be able to give it away, but be careful when you do give your money away, because that money could actually lead to a path of destruction for a lot of people. And as I was saying before, people, doesn't matter how old or young you are, you come into that kind of wealth, it could change you, and you might end up doing things that you never thought you would do. Putting yourself into position that a lot of these other people who have came into instant wealth. If you've never had a lot of money or a lot of wealth, then that's something you probably need to study and how to deal with that. And there's tons of stuff on YouTube and on the internet on all that. Because you never want to make quick or bad decisions, especially dealing with a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to try to swindle you, steal from you, whatever the case. People have actually been killed over instant wealth.
I couldn't see the other coins. It was so many of them. I couldn't see the names of them. The only other one I saw, it was J, that coin I be telling y'all about, JASMY. That's one of the names I saw. And then I saw another one. It had gold, the word gold in it. It had the word gold in it. Gold. Okay. And then Daddy bringing it back to me. One was Gala, I think. I think it was spelled Gala, Gala. I don't know if y'all familiar with that one. It's called Gala, Gala. And then there was another one that had the word gold first, but then it was a second word with it. And then I saw the JASMY, and then I saw a coin. I think it was spelled ITOEX, ITOEX. And then I saw AMP. But the rest of them, I can't remember the names of them. He won't give me the names. But it was a lot of them, guys. And they was taking turn rising. No, it wasn't EGID. It was gold. I saw AMP, like Peter. A as in apple, M as in Mary, P as in Peter. Then I saw Gala, GALA. Then I saw another one called, it was spelled, I don't know how to say it, but it was spelled ITOEX. ITOEX. And then I saw the one I told y'all about, Yasmin, I think. And then I saw the Shiba. Then I saw the baby Dodge. And then I saw Dodge. I saw Dodge, then baby Doge. And then I saw Ethereum. But I saw 2 Bitcoins. One was the big one, and it had the word Bitcoin. And then the second one was a medium size one. And it had the initial B on it. Then it was all these other coins. Then all the coins were gold, y'all. All of them. It was so many coins. And they was rising, taking turns rising up.
Really quickly, we're going to go ahead and go over each one that she currently mentioned. So these are definitely coins that, most of these coins, one of them I already have, and some of the other ones, I'm just going to wait on Crypto Winter. But it will be on my buy limit order list. So the first one was JSAMY coin. That's currently less than 5 cents, 0.045. Its all-time low, which was 7 months ago, was 0.008. The all-time high was $4.99, right? And that was a year ago. So for those of you who invested in that a year ago, you're probably really hoping that coin is going to go back up, but you can see its potential. I'd have to actually, before I even get to this coin, I would actually have to have a lot more money to even purchase this, but this is definitely going on the list for Crypto Winter. Gala, that is a coin that is at 19.5 cents. I believe this is a video game coin, and this is one that I missed a while ago and that I should have invested in. So let's look at the all-time low and the all-time high. The all-time low was 0.0001. Its all-time high was 83 cents, which was just 2 months ago. So if people who bought in a year ago, they really made a profit off of this particular coin. So this will be another one that I'll be looking at during Crypto Winter for myself. Okay, now there is no coin listed as ITOEX. I think she got it right the first time. IOTEX. Right, and that's currently at 7.5 cents. All right, so let's see what's going on with its high and lows. All-time low was 2 years ago at 0.001239. Its all-time high, which was 3 months ago, at 26 cents. So it's currently at 7.5 cents. And the next one is AMP. And this is one of the coins that I currently have already. And it's currently sitting at almost 3 cents now. Its all-time low, which was a year ago, which was 0.007946. Its all-time high hit 12 cents, which was 7 months ago. I believe that all these coins, according to what she was saying, will be going up, taking their turn one at a time. She does go on to talk a little bit more kind of in discussion with the others as far as her dream and vision. So if you want to see the whole thing, the link is down below in the description. All right, so there was a lot of information in this video. So hopefully you guys took notes and that you guys are prepared and add this to your list as far as coins to go into during Crypto Winter, and maybe even after crypto winter, depending on how all these things unfold. Because if it's one coin at a time, trust me, we'll have the opportunity to keep investing into all these different coins and multiply and multiply. And so I appreciate Prophet Solomon for sharing this and seeking God and wisdom in the realm of finances. The pieces to the puzzle are coming together so much that it's like the puzzle is almost put together. And there's still some other things I'm looking for as far as relating to the stock market and the cryptocurrency market. So we have actually seen a low, as we have talked about on here, Bitcoin going down to 0. And we also have the Dow going down to 6,677. Things are going to be really bad, but there is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and it is going to happen for us in 2022. Thank God that He has shown us all these different things so that we could take advantage and help build His kingdom. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.